my lips sweaty. Okay. Hey y'all, I'm Sophie. I thought I would sit down and do a Q&A. I feel like this is like an obligatory video when starting a YouTube channel, so let's get into it. I'm gonna stop talking. So yesterday I asked you guys questions. Yesterday I asked you guys to send me questions on Instagram of what you would like me to address in a YouTube video. I think first and foremost I will cover the basics. My name's Sophie. I live in New York City. I'm originally from LA. I feel like that's pretty much it. I work in marketing. That's pretty much the basics of it. I haven't yet looked at these questions, so these will be pretty off the cuff. So what you see is what you get. Okay, how has your style evolved over the years? What's your biggest influence at the moment? When I look back at pictures of my style from like college, I cringe. I guess my style before was not cute, but I also think it was like very street style-y, whereas now I feel like I try to put a little bit of a casual twist on clothes that you would think would be more so, what am I trying to say? Like, I don't know. I like juxtaposition now. Someone pointed out to me the other day, like, why do you always dress up but wear no makeup, or you dress down and wear makeup? And I'm like, I'd never thought of it like that before, but I guess you're right. As for my biggest influence at the moment, I would say is children's clothes, which sounds incredibly creepy, but it's honestly just because children's clothes are like so colorful and out of the box, and like I wish they would make them in human size most of the time, so love a good children's clothes. Share some of your favorite tunes at the moment. Ooh, this is a good one. Going to my most recent playlist. Cool Enough by T-Mar. Midnight Sky by Miley Cyrus. Fucking bop. Bop City. Camera Flash by Jones. Fun fact is that I discovered Jones while cramming to study at 5 a.m. at a Starbucks in Eugene, and they played her song and I Shazammed it, and I've been a fan of her ever since. Lamb's Wool by Foster the People. Good Good by Sid B. Obviously. You Should Call Mum by Little Sims. 505 by Arctic Monkeys literally never disappoints. Also See You Girl by Steve Lacy. The Goodbye by Tai Shi. Those are some of my faves right now. Follow my Spotify playlist called Quarantini. The only thing that's been getting me through this motherfucking pandemic. My fucking camera is dying. That is so annoying. Okay, y'all, I'm back and I changed because I took a shower and my camera is now charged. What happened with your last apartment? This is the funniest story of all time, in my opinion. Like a few months before we moved out, our neighbor was quarantining in Vermont, and he was like, can you water our plants for us? And we were like, yeah, of course. So we would go in like once or twice a week to water their plants. And one day Teddy walked in and there were like fucking ginormous mushrooms growing out of the floorboards. I'm talking like Alice in Wonderland, like huge, like this big. And we were all like, what the fuck is going on? They ended up ripping up the floorboards and ended up finding black mold. Which is like everyone's worst nightmare. And if you don't know, black mold can like literally give you cancer. I think a couple months passed and we were like kind of seeing little mushrooms pop around the apartment building. Like we went to go do laundry and then there's like a little baby mushroom just peeping out of the floorboard. And then we went to go move our furniture one day. My roommate was like moving his mirror in his room, and lo and behold, mushrooms, which is just so scary that mushrooms are literally growing out of your fucking apartment floorboards. So at that point we were like, gotta go. We knew that if there were mushrooms growing, there's probably black mold. New York has this law where if something is like, you can't live in it, which you obviously can't live in fucking black mold, you can just leave. So we were able to break our lease. And then we found this apartment in Manhattan, and Teddy and I had been wanting to move to Manhattan anyways, so it all ended up working out. But that was essentially what happened to our old apartment, which is so chaotic. My hair care routine is a blondie. So if you don't know, I'm a bottle blonde. My hair is actually like dark brown. I actually don't really use purple shampoo as much as you would think. I maybe use it once every month and a half, I would say. But I think the biggest thing is like keeping heat off of your hair. Like I let my hair air dry. I don't wash it a ton, so I'm not constantly like washing my colored hair. I think I wash wash my hair like twice a week, if that. That might be kind of gross, but I get my hair dyed like every 6 months, if that. Tips on taking good IG photos and posting consistently. This was something I was really bad about. I used to only post every 2 weeks, which is like a total no-no. You have to be able to find beauty in things that you normally wouldn't. I am probably gonna post a picture of eggs. And it's like, eggs are fugly, but I think it's like being able to find those as like filler photos, and then also like having a full-time job. It definitely adds more of a challenge into being able to create content consistently, because I'm literally working from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. every day. You usually will take your photos at like 4 or 5 p.m. just based on lighting. So what I do is I batch create content on the weekends. So like I will shoot like 4 or 5 looks during the weekend, just like back to back. So that way I have content for the week. That's my little spiely. I just got a text saying Trump is gonna win again. I fucking hate my life. Where is your dad from in the UK, and do you plan on coming over here soon? And by here, I mean the UK, LOL. My dad is from Rotherham in the UK, which is north, countryside type shit. It's very pretty, it's very boring. That's where my whole family lives still. We're the only ones who are in the States. Do I plan on coming there anytime soon? Probably not, because COVID is happening and I can't really fly over there, but I would like to go back soon. Definitely maybe 2021. Any tips and tricks for buying on Facebook Marketplace? Yes. You have to be addicted to Facebook Marketplace in order to find fabulous finds. Almost every piece of furniture in my apartment is Facebook Marketplace finds. My couch, my coffee table, my mirror, my dining table. So you literally have to be addicted to it, because especially living in New York, like pieces go like that, but they also have some of the best pieces. So I would usually check it in the morning and at night. You can also track searches on there, like keep track of new items. So if you're looking for a specific item, like I was looking for that Urban Outfitters mirror, but I did not want to pay 1, full price for it, and 2, I didn't want to support Urban Outfitters. So found out on Facebook Marketplace. And then I also think that searching literally like CB2, West Elm, those type of name brands, will normally pop up pieces that you're looking for. Those are my tips and tricks, and if you find something that you like, message them immediately, because it will fucking fly. How expensive is it really to live in New York City? It's definitely expensive. I think there's things that you have to factor in, like your rent. Like when I moved to New York, I made it a priority that my rent would be low so that I could save money. You also don't have a car, so you're only paying for the subway, which will usually be around $127 a month if you're going to be unlimited, which is what I would do. But like right now, I'm not even paying for the subway because I'm not taking it. So I have no car payment. I'm not paying for public transit, and then pretty much like eating out. Like I think if you are not spending money on alcohol, you are golden, because I don't drink that much. It's not like my pockets are constantly bleeding every time I go out, because I don't drink a lot, and alcohol is really expensive here. I also use the app called Mint, which is a budgeting app, which was like a total lifesaver when I first moved here and was trying to budget things out. I think only eat groceries during the week if you can, and try to find your lowest rent price when you first move here, so that you can definitely get your feet off the ground, and then you can pay a higher rent later when maybe you get a raise or you've just saved enough money to do that. How do you maintain a sustainable / low waste lifestyle while receiving products often? This is a great question. One, I never accept products from a brand that I personally would not spend my money on, because I think it's so wasteful. And I'm also in the process of moving completely out of fast fashion. So in the past, I have partnered with like Nasty Gal and Princess Polly, which are both fast fashion as far as I'm concerned. So I will not be partnering with them anymore. I will really only focus on slow fashion brands from now on. So like House of Sunny, they've never gifted me anything, I just buy things from them, but that's a really good example of like a slow fashion brand that I would love to work with. And then I think like right now I'm wearing For Love and Lemons, which I don't know if they're considered fast fashion. Like they're not like cheap, but I have this from Rent the Runway. Like I pay for a Rent the Runway. Having a Rent the Runway membership was like the best thing that ever happened to me, because I am not owning these clothes. I literally rent it, we'll take a picture in it, send it back, and then it's like, who even knows how many other people are wearing these clothes? It's like a group of women, instead of all buying the same shirt, we're literally sharing one of them. I stan Rent the Runway forever and ever. What is your degree in, and where did you go to school? My degree is a bachelor's degree in advertising from University of Oregon's School of Journalism and Communications. How do you feel about tattoos? Are you planning on getting any? I would like to get a lot. I only have this little guy. Focus. Come on. I have this little guy. It's a little Keith Haring that I got in Japan. It was like our last couple days and my friend Colin was like, let's get tattoos. This is the only one that I have, but I would like to get more. I would like to, in theory, have them all over my arms. I don't know if I will ever get to that point just because I am so frugal with money that like, is frugal the right word? I'm trying to say I'm thrifty. I never want to pay for a tattoo because I would rather have that money sit in my bank account. So yes, I would like more tattoos. When COVID-19 first hit NYC hard, how did you cope? Fuck, this is deep. It was really gnarly at first. I was living in Brooklyn in Bushwick, which was like one of the hardest hit. Like I would say Queens and Brooklyn were pretty bad. It was like you were really only leaving your house to get groceries and then coming right back. Like that was it. And it was just like you're constantly living in fear. Like every day the cases were going up and it felt like everywhere else. I feel like I didn't even think about anywhere else. Like it was really like all I could think about was being in New York at the epicenter of COVID and trying not to get sick, or just being like I could have it right now and I'm asymptomatic and I cannot give this to other people. You're so like overly thinking about like what I'm touching, where I'm breathing. Like it was gnarly for sure. But the thing that I love about New York is that everyone took everyone else into consideration, which I think did not happen for a lot of places in America. No one is surprised there. It was really gnarly at first, but it was also like really beautiful to see everyone in New York come together and kind of like do it for each other. Did living in New York help you get more bold with fashion, or did you always not give a fuck confidence-wise? Yes to both. I think New York opened up this whole other realm of fashion that I'd never seen before. Like you walk down the street and people have the coolest outfits on. Like I get so much inspo from like 50-year-old women on the street that are just fucking killing it. I totally got new inspo from living in New York. And then how did I not give a fuck? I think in college, especially if you're in Greek life, it's like hard to not give a fuck about what you wear. No person's opinion is gonna change what I feel about myself. I think once you get out of college and kind of like start your adult life, you will not give a fuck about what people will think about you. No person's opinion is gonna change what I feel about myself, you know? Okay, I think that's it. Thanks so much for sending in your questions. This was fun, and I hope you enjoyed watching it and maybe learned something new. Leave a comment for any other video ideas you want me to do. I would love to hear what you guys want because obviously I want to make sure that this is catered to you. Thanks for watching. Bye.